Echo was decent. I know I'm like a week behind and everyone's talking about Ted now, but I had to get this video out at some point. I wasn't entirely interested when I heard that Marvel was working on a spin-off series based on that one character from Hawkeye, but I quickly shut my yaps once I saw the first trailer. After experiencing 2 minutes of Maya kicking ass and Kingpin, I was immediately hooked. However, a lot of people still thought this show was gonna flop, and it looks like Disney did too. I'm not complaining though, because we got all the episodes at once, so I was able to binge it quickly. And now that I've finished the season, I can definitely say that it was alright. I appreciate that this was the first MCU project in a while that felt somewhat grounded in reality. I miss the street level threats. I feel like we need to take a small break with all the cosmic shit. I love space, don't get me wrong, but it's been so long since we followed a hero like Spider-Man or Daredevil who dealt with lower level stuff. Now, I thought this series was going to be about Maya aiming to take over Fisk's criminal empire, and although that's her goal, it actually has much more to do with the relationship she has with her family, which I didn't really mind. I was actually surprised how much I liked the supporting cast, so I had no issue watching a story surrounding them. I liked watching Maya and her family break away from the hands of Fisk. I also enjoyed the chemistry they all had together. The actors did a great job making the family feel close and tight-knit. The only family members that get sidelined are Maya's mom and dad because they die before the events of the show. I kinda wish we focused a little more time on Maya's childhood. This way it would be more impactful when she returns home. With that, I wish we got to see more of her uprising with Fisk. It would have been super interesting if we got to see some more of what she was doing before Hawkeye, instead of a half-hour-long montage recapping her life. All the performances here were pretty solid. Alaqua Cox does a fantastic job portraying the character, which works out perfectly because she was essentially destined to play this character. You know, with her also being Native American, deaf, and an amputee. Obviously, Big Vinny stole the screen anytime he was present, but the star of the show here was the action. Easily some of the best fight scenes in the MCU. I used to criticize Marvel for having cookie-cutter fight scenes, but ever since Shang-Chi, they've made sure to make the fights way more engaging. Both the bowling alley and Daredevil fight scenes were shot incredibly well. I couldn't look away, it was way too cool watching Daredevil kick ass in a continuous shot. The only thing that hinders these scenes is the occasional weird editing, like this. I didn't manipulate that footage. That's just how it is in the final cut. Why they didn't just leave it as one continuous take is beyond me. The only other thing I want to bring up is the ending. I thought the ancestor shit was a cool concept at first, but the way they handled it in the finale was just weird. Look at this shit. What's happening? I was confused on what I was supposed to be getting from it, and honestly, I'm still not entirely sure how Maya's powers work. She just uses them to make her cousin and grandma kick some ass, and then gives Kingpin an unconsensual therapy session. It was just random, and I'm not really sure why they wrapped up the season that way. Very anticlimactic. Vinny killed it in this scene though. Echo was alright. I enjoyed the action and the character's pretty cool. I don't think this show was bad, it just wasn't anything special. Now y'all got me fearing for Daredevil Born Again.